Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Ric Davis. I urge you to follow me on social media at Prime Real Estate Ric. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Prime Real Estate Ric. And you can also keep up with us on our Prime Real Estate Network YouTube channel. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in commercial or residential real estate here in the great city of Houston or anywhere in the great state of Texas, please look us up on our website at brooksanddavis.com. As always, I want to wish everybody a happy Thursday. I want to thank you all for tuning in this week. I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season. Hope everybody had the opportunity to enjoy their Christmas yesterday and enjoy friends and family. As always, my co-host in the building, riding shotgun as always, is not only a multi-time author, he's also a Texas real estate broker, and he's known the world over as the Texas Real Estate King. So I'd like to introduce to the Prime Real Estate Network audience, my co-host, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. And welcome back, family. Good to see you. You all. Hopefully you all had a wonderful Christmas or holiday season, whatever that looks like for you. Mine are always simple, Rick. I have a 13-year-old now, so that being the case, I don't have as many boxes around the house to have to take apart. I don't have to hide very much. We have a good open conversation of, hey, Dad, I want an iPhone watch. Not a problem. That was
No, the cool thing about it, and you let me know how you feel about it. You do so much traveling professionally throughout the year. Mm-hmm. How does it feel to actually be able to stay home for Christmas? Because, that's when most people do a lot of their long distance traveling.
True. Well, the enjoyment that I always tell people that I take away from it is sleeping. So that's the one time that I get a chance to, I still, honestly enough, it's just a habit to work a little bit. But for the most part, I watch some games and then I get a chance to take naps throughout the day that just typically don't happen.
Hey, man,
that's
cool.
that's my benefit of the holiday.
Now, all those naps, that mean you resting up for New Year's Eve?
I am resting up for New Year's Eve, man. You know me, I believe in getting out and enjoying life a little bit.
Hey, man, we got to celebrate a new year every year, bro.
Hey,
absolutely, man. I thank you for sitting in with us as always, man. I know how hectic your schedule is, too.
Hey, well, look, speaking of holiday events, man, our guest today, I had seen him through social media quite a few times, and then I had the pleasure of actually meeting him. We have some mutual friends, and meeting him at a huge holiday event that they were doing.
And I don't want to waste any more time, so I want to introduce this week's guest.
Yeah.
This gentleman is not only a dynamic speaker, personality, entrepreneur, and business influencer, but he is the CEO and founder of Up Social Network. And, something that I didn't know about him until just recently, and I'm really impressed by it, he is a current Guinness World Record holder.
Oh yeah.
Right. And he holds the record currently for the most TV interviews in a 24-hour period. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to the Prime Real Estate Network audience our guest this week, Mr. Nolen Davis.
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
Hey, man, it's good to have you here, Mr. Davis, man.
Indeed, man, I'm happy to be here. I met Larry at this event, and I really just feel like we clicked when we met. He told you exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
And your whole face lit up like you were so welcoming to that.
Yeah.
Because it's something so different that we're really trying to do. So, I appreciate that.
Yeah, because we stepped away from the chats that we had going on to make sure that we exchanged information.
Absolutely.
And that we were going to be able to follow up immediately with each other. So that's when, a connection is made at those type of events, man. So
absolutely. And he put me on the spot too, Mr. Davis. He was like, can you come right after Christmas? I was like, let me check my Palm Pilot. Yes, I can. Right?
I was like, hey, you got something big going on. Let's not waste no time on this.
But they say Mr. Brooks gonna definitely close.
Absolutely.
But they say ABC, Larry,
all the time.
Always be closing, man. But I want to share with the audience a little bit about your current Guinness World Record.
Okay.
And then as a second question, to ask you to speak a little bit about your next what you have going on coming up as far as your next events and all those type of things.
All right. So my first Guinness World Record, literally, as you guys were sitting here talking about sleep, that was one of the reasons that I even did a Guinness World. I was like, I never sleep. Like, I stay up sometimes
Right.
days. So I was trying to really create a combination of all of my talents, of everything that I had, and then how do I bring everybody else with me? Because it's not just about me stuffing golf balls in my mouth or whatever the case may be. I literally try my best to put my networking group always on the biggest stage.
Yeah.
Right.
So when we do our networking groups, I live stream them, and that's probably what you've seen before, Larry, is that I'm up there and I interview each person, and I really want everybody to feel like they matter. And so it's a situation of networking in the room, but it's also digitally networking as well in that space, right? So give the same pitch that you would give, but now organically we get so many views. So it's just one of those situations that I came up with. Let me see who's doing the most interviews. And I saw for TV interviews, it was 70. And all I needed was a video camera. And I own a video production company, Vids Inc.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got all the video equipment I need. I really don't sleep that often. I got people that I can actually put on a big pedestal. All we got to do is get the sponsors. And we literally got 30,000 views. So I want to say kudos to everybody who helped me with that from Up Social. Man, it was really a monumental thing. And so as I did that, I've built some since then. And so my next feat is the most performed live speeches in multiple cities in 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
So what I do is I am a disc jockey on Step Up Radio, KCOH. I do have the Up Social where we do the live stream. So I do interviews all the time, right? But I'm also a motivational speaker. So I was like, I would love to be in the book for the two things that I'm known for doing, interviewing people and being a speaker.
No doubt.
So when you look at it from a speaker standpoint, you're thinking everybody is trying to get on a stage. What if I could create the biggest stage and everybody do a little bit and we do something totally big and magnificent that's never been done before?
Yeah.
So when we look at 300 people at each location, that's 3,000 people, 100 speakers, 100 vendors, sponsors, and then to make sure people come, I'm giving away $10,000 cash that day. None of that big-ass check situation.
Yeah.
Cash
That day.
in your hand that day.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to give – it's a couple of things that you have to do to be in position, but I don't want my work schedule is much more hectic than yours, and then yours, you guys could probably sit there all day and figure out how to win the 10 grand. When I say go, everybody go at the same time, so all 3,000 people that's involved have an opportunity to win 10 grand.
Wow.
Well, the truly inspiring part about your endeavors, and I want to ask you this question, especially while we have our live web audience and we're doing it for the Prime Real Estate Network, is how do you keep that hunger to always raise the bar for yourself? Because I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs, business people who might have set a long-term goal to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for something.
Right.
But then you achieve that goal, and instead of just grabbing the brass ring and feeling accomplished, you were thinking about, okay, how can I raise the bar? How can I add to my foundation? And how can I make the Up Social Network even more powerful than it already is? How is it that you keep that hunger and thirst?
It's a couple of different things. One, I love people.
Absolutely.
I need everybody to hear that.
Yeah.
Like we out here, so everybody has a different mindset or different mind process, right? So most people are thinking about getting the money. I want my money to be a byproduct of the good that I do in that lives that, because nobody at my funeral is going to say Nolen Davis made $10,884,062. They not.
Yeah,
People
they
go
not.
come. People go step up there and say he changed my life. He helped me out. Right. He was a motivating force. I almost gave up. He's going to do all. So one, I love people. Right. So I'm always thinking it's always somebody new that falls within the fold. And I'm like, how can I help them? So because I'm always thinking of how to help as many people as possible, I come up with these ideas. The other part is that people need to realize there's a natural progression when it comes to anything, right? So from your first step on your journey to your 10,000 step on your journey, you step a little bit different, right? So when you break the Guinness Book of World Records the first time, it's great. Everybody gives you these accolades, but at the end of the day, you kind of hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
You stand back and say, I think I could have made that bigger. If I did that, I did get it, but I could have made it bigger.
Wow.
How many more people could I have helped? I helped 173 people, and we got 30,000 views. People saw some of those people and got business right then and there.
Yeah.
Right on that live stream. What if I did 3,000 people?
Wow.
Because organically, I should be able to get millions of views. If I could take less than 200 people and get tens of thousands of views, if I get thousands of people, we should really be able, everybody who's down with what we're doing, the influencers, the visionaries, the authors that see the big picture, that have the right mindset and heart set, right? That it's not all about you, that we can all work collectively, and you have your superpower and you have your superpower,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So, because it's all Justice League, right? Like Superman can probably hold his breath forever, but Aquaman talk to the fish and make the water move.
Right. You already
So
know,
stay
no
your
doubt.
ass out the water, Superman.
No
You see
doubt.
what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know, it
So
makes
stay
sense,
in your
though.
lane,
Yeah,
right? That's what I'm
absolutely.
saying.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is everybody have their own God-given talent. I want to show everybody's God-given talent before you drape with success. Now, you a nice dressed dude right now. Now, when you was younger, you might have been a nice dressed dude, but it probably wasn't this caliber because you had to grow into it.
You had
right?
to evolve.
Exactly. But you still had the same capabilities. It's a difference between sight and vision, right? People see you on sight and they now you driving a nice car, now you got on a nice blazer, now they want to work with you, but you had the same capabilities when you was just hungry. I fight for those people that are hungry, and I'm the seed, right? Because it's power in the seed.
And I got to ask you this because we're all entrepreneurs and businessmen here today. And one of the things that I've been most impressed with as I've done my research into not only you personally, but also your company and your entrepreneurial vision is how you've used your other companies and leveraged their tools and resources to build this platform as large as it's becoming to break these world records. And the reason why I have to ask you this publicly, not to put you on the spot, is because
wait. I'm laughing because most people don't know that.
Oh, well, like I told you, I dig through the crates, brother. I said I'm digging through the crates a little bit, brother. But the thing I want to ask you is that there are other entrepreneurs that have production companies.
Yes.
There are other entrepreneurs that have founded a social networking site and/or stream.
Yes.
But what is it about your vision that did it come to you one day that you decided I can leverage all of my resources, build something that's grandiose, and actually then add to my platform? Is that something that you thought about, or is it that you saw an example of that from a mentor or inspiration?
No, it's something that I thought about. I was like, what if we controlled all the dynamics of everything that was needed to help somebody become successful? What's one of the biggest things? If you have video is the only medium that you can deliver a clear, concise, consistent message each and every time and evoke emotion to your product brand or your product brand or service, right? So we need to really get that message out there. So my thing is to build an arsenal that's magnetic to people that really want to succeed, right? And that we can now support each other, because it's all about the support. What I plan on doing, and I've never said this before, so I need y'all to listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
What I plan on doing, in my mind, the person and the people that win are the people that have great face-to-face and online. How do you combine the two, right? Combining the two to say that this person is totally reachable, I can sit down and, like, we just met a week ago, right? And it nobody was trying to be better than the other person,
doubt about it.
whatever and there was a lot of people walking around with their nose in the air at that same event, right? So how do you get that face-to-face experience, right? And create that online, because online and social media and stuff is not going. I believe that when you have limited funds, when you have limited resources, all of that makes that much more impactful. Now, here's the thing. If you could get with other people that feel the same way, that everybody is looking to help each other and say, because you go buy something anyway, right? If you got a dog, you looking for organic dog food. Why not it be organic dog food from the people that's within your clique?
That's right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So as we support each other from that standpoint, and now we live in a star society, meaning that you can buy something offline and see something that you done bought plenty of times. If it only got 3 stars, you'd be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why does this only have 3 stars? So we live in a star society. So testimonials is the biggest thing, right? Mm-hmm. So as I sit here and I say, man, you know what? I was on the Prime Real Estate Network, Larry Brooks, Mr. David. I got all of these dynamics. I'm talking good about y'all. I have an audience. Everybody has some type of circle of influence.
That's right.
So why not have all the elements and the pieces to the puzzle together? And if I don't have them together and can control them, I got a guy that can do it. You see what I'm saying? I got entourage, so I can plug you in one way or the other. But literally, I'm building pieces and pieces for what you guys are about to see. Last thing I'm going to say is what most people don't know is that these 100 speakers, each time a speaker goes up, they're going to be recorded on my platform. So what we're going to be doing is developing speakers right here in Houston. My platform, my thing is Up Social. My radio is Step Up. My speaker platform is Next Up. See, Up is unleashing potential. So everything I do is about unleashing potential.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, if we have a networking group that have now created the buzz of being Guinness World Record holders, right? Everybody sat there seeing it. They see me give $10,000 away. They see where my heart is, right? Is that I want all of us to make it. And together, if everybody does a lot can get done.
No doubt about it.
Next up, we now have locations, because all these locations that we're speaking at, I'm building alliances with, that we can get 200-300 people in the room. And how powerful and impactful is it for you to have a professionally done sizzle reel with and you got a whole family as your audience, which is Up Social Network, and you on the biggest stage, and I do what I do from a video standpoint to promote and brand you as your business, your brand, your service. Man, we go kill it. And so really I'm launching Next Up in this whole thing.
No,
That's powerful, man.
I mean, come on, man. It's almost jaw-dropping. And we're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsor. But when we come back, Mr. Davis, I want to talk to you a little bit about your entrepreneurial background, your path as a businessman, and who serves and inspires you from that circumstance and that capacity. But also, most importantly, I want to make sure all of our viewers and listeners and watchers know how they can support and contribute to this world record attempt that's coming up in January. So just save that for when we come right back. Okay. And we'll get to that one. Everybody, please stay with the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. We're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. This is Ric Davis, realtor and host of the Prime Real Estate Network. Are you currently leasing or looking to relocate to the Houston area, and you find yourself falling in love with a home but aren't quite in a position to purchase? Well, no worries. We offer the Right to Purchase program. We can place you in the home of your dreams at current market rental rates and give you up to 3 years to buy. Did you know that a majority of the homes that are for sale offer better quality than those that are for rent? So why wait? Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Let me and my team help you purchase a home that you and your family can fall in love with. Give me a call today at 832-928-3963. And remember to follow the Prime Real Estate Network podcast on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Be blessed. Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network. I'm your host, Ric Davis. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Prime Real Estate Ric. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate here in the great city of Houston or anywhere in the great state of Texas, visit our website at brooksanddavis.com. And if you're looking for the finest in men's and women's hats and fedoras, please stop by our sponsor at shopelitestyle.com. As always, my co-host, Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. And our outstanding guest is Mr. Nolen Davis, CEO of Up Social Network and the current Guinness World Record holder for the most TV interviews in a 24-hour period.
Dropping
How
nothing
you
but
doing?
nuggets, man.
Come on, dropping nothing but game out here. How you
Yeah.
doing, Mr. Davis?
Man, I'm doing well, man. I appreciate you guys for having me, man. I appreciate you.
No, man. Before we took a break, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your entrepreneurial background and your trail, your path that you've taken as a businessman. Who can you attribute your vision to? Was there a member of your family, mother, father, aunt, uncle that may have been an entrepreneur or a business person that might have lit your fuse? Because the vision that you have and the way that you've built your companies is something that Larry and I have always been curious to ask every one of our guests. Where does that come from, and who could you attribute that to?
So here's the thing. I don't really have one person. I have a multitude of people that I can thank, and then there's people that you can thank on the reverse as well. So I give you an example. When I was very young, I used to have a book of inventions, right? So I used to wake up in the middle of the night and I come up with these inventions. I used to cook with my grandmother all the time, and one of the things that we used to cook that we could really stretch is spaghetti. I like a lot of black families know that, right? So we used to cook spaghetti all the time, and so I used to have to do the dishes. So I was like, instead of using the colander, man, if we could just lock the top, have holes up in the top, and drain it, because we use the same pot anyway to put the sauce and stuff in, right?
Yeah.
So I came up with that, and my aunt looked at me and she was like, "Oh, that'll never work." Right? She was like, everything that's been created and it was a good idea has already been created, right? I was like, what? But I was only like 13 or 14. 2 years later, I'm sitting there looking at, I don't know if y'all remember the big wood floor model TVs that's before flat screen, right? Right. So, and it was like, for $19.99, you too can get the lock pot strainer. And I'm sitting there with my auntie, and I looked at it, I was like, that lets me know that you don't know what you talking about.
I almost fell off the couch when I seen it.
I was like, I literally just walked up and walked away like, right? But that let me know that your vision is your vision.
Right.
That's right.
Right? So my thing is, the people that I gravitate to are the people that really talk about your vision. I'm not trying to tell you how to do anything different. I'm not trying to tell you what's going to work, what's not going to work, because at one point in time, all this was gas lights. We got light bulbs right now.
That's right.
Right? I'm like, what if the only thing you ever seen fly in the sky was a bird, and all of a sudden you see a plane? Because you would even, if you never seen it, you would even think I was crazy if I came to you and I said, look, I want to build this big thing made of metal, and it's going to take 200 people from L.A. to New York in lickety split, right? And you've never seen anything fly in the sky but a bird. So what I like to do is I like to make the remote control model, fly it around, land it in your hand, and say, I want to build a big one of these. You that thoroughly impressed. And that's exactly what I do with each one of my businesses. Yeah. A lot of times people want you to be this big and grand person, but I started my video production company doing videos at $499. Yeah. I had a TV show called The Perfect Gentleman. I don't know if you knew that. Right. So yeah, right. You ain't say nothing about that, but look.
Dropping gems.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I had a TV show called The Perfect Gentleman. The network that it was going to be on tanked right before we did a full season and everything. Yeah. It tanked right before it aired, and I had all this video equipment. The only thing that I had was pictures or still shots and B-rolls of me, of being at with me not in it, being at the museum, being on the yacht, being at the art gallery, doing all this Perfect Gentleman type stuff. So I made a sizzle reel, and I said, for $499, I can make your business look like this, right? So I built it from nothing, from a standpoint of, man, when I did those $499 videos, I did 2 camera shoots, teleprompter, the whole nine. It was like, for $500? Yes. But I was making my portfolio for people that could spend $3,000 a video, no doubt, right? Because I didn't have a portfolio. So everything I do is inching to greatness. That's why it's important that everybody breaks their own personal record. That's why this event is called Record Breakers. If I can get you to break your own personal best, before you know it, you're inching your way to greatness, and that's just been my mindset.
You know, wow. And I mean, hearing these thoughts come from you and these ideas are something that Larry and I discuss a lot, and that you may hear echo from numerous guests that we've had sitting in this particular chair, because to be a successful entrepreneur and business person, these are all commonalities that you start to notice in different personality types.
I agree.
But if you could go back and give advice to your 13-year-old self when you were coming up with your lock top spaghetti strainer.
Right.
Would that advice be your vision is your vision? Or is there another piece of advice that you would give your 13-year-old self that you think will be more useful?
Man, that's a good question. I don't know what I would, because see, if the things that happened to you didn't happen to you, would you be where you are right now?
Exactly.
If you're proud of who you are right now, you still got to take those hickeys. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got to take those losses or lessons, depending on how you look at it.
Right.
So it's a situation of, you know what I would do? The only thing I would do is I would say don't hesitate. Because sometimes we second guess ourselves,
Right.
So maybe that would get me through faster.
Absolutely.
But I wouldn't change anything. Because
I
wouldn't change a thing. The only thing I would do is say, be as yourself as other people are. I'm gonna just say this really fast. Les Brown was on one of my radio shows at one point in time, right? And he told me something. And when he told it to me, I didn't really get it at first, right? It's one of those things that kind of like Jay-Z Kingdom Come, the album. Like when I first got it, I didn't like it. Then 2 years later, I was like, what was wrong? I had to grow into it. You know what I mean?
You start to see and understand
Exactly. So Les Brown told me, he said he started his whole thing without ever doing it. So he said, I had never coached corporate accounts. I had never been a motivational speaker. I'd been on the radio. I did all these things. Then all of a sudden, I just went ahead and did it. And I believed in myself so much that I pulled it off. Yeah. And I feel like there's so many people out there that they second guess themselves and they listen to all of these other people when they don't have that vision. Right. Yeah. And God put something in me, and he put something in you, and he put something in you, and it's all different.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the thing is that if it manifests together, your piece of the puzzle, my piece of the puzzle, then we can make a big vision. And that's why I do what I do from a collaborative standpoint with Up Social Network. So if I was to go back, I would just say, just keep your foot on the gas. Don't take it off.
Absolutely, man. And I mean, I want to thank you so much for carving some time out of your schedule to sit in with us today. And like you said before in our first segment, you and Larry had an opportunity to network and meet each other not too long ago, but you've been able to move some things around and actually get in with us the day after Christmas.
Absolutely.
And what's so powerful about that is that I know sometimes during the holiday season, changing schedules around can require some doing.
Yes.
So I want to thank you publicly for doing that.
On.
And for everyone who hears this podcast on iTunes, Google Play, or Spotify, or have opportunity to view this episode on YouTube, how can they support and or contribute to your upcoming endeavor as far as breaking this world record?
All right, so we're looking for sponsors, vendors, speakers, attendees. We're looking for everybody, volunteers, however you want to participate in this thing, you can. Go to www.recordbreakers2020.com. www.recordbreakers2020.com. We're talking about taking people to their personal best. People say 2020 is perfect vision. I want your vision to come together perfectly next year, and let this be the jump start to do that.
Outstanding. Mr. Brooks, man, coming into the New Year's season, anybody online who's wanted to have the opportunity to meet you, greet you, meet you personally, are there any events you'll be attending? What do you have going on in the upcoming?
Nothing that I can think of. I won't be out in the, I'm from Houston, so I'm out and about all the time, but I can't think of any specific events. But I'm excited about 2020 as well. I got a couple of Barnes & Noble set up across the country that I'll be stopping by in January. So for those of you that are friends or the people that I've connected with in LA, I'll be there the second week of January, and I'll also be in Atlanta the second week of January.
And let them where you get your books from, Mr. Brooks. We want to sell some books today.
Yeah, no doubt. Go to LarryWBrooks.com and click on the link. You'll see the books that you have opportunity to grab there. Of course, I thank Pure Hustle for always helping and sponsorship me for those things that I'll be doing when I travel to LA and Atlanta. They're going to be sponsoring me on those things as well. So,
that's super powerful. Thank you again for being here, Mr. Brooks. I know how busy your schedule is as well. I urge everyone, follow Mr. Brooks on social media if you don't do so already. Take some time to follow Mr. Nolen Davis at I am Nolen Davis on Instagram. And also take some time to stop by his website at recordbreakers2020.com. I've personally not had the opportunity to ever involve myself in an endeavor to break a world record, so I definitely going to do everything in my power to contribute as much as I can. And I want to invite everyone that has the opportunity to watch the Prime Real Estate Network to do the same. So on behalf of myself, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, I'd like to thank our guest, Mr. Nolen Davis. We'll see you all next Thursday. And if you need anything, we're always here. And be blessed.
Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC is marketing a property for sale right now that you can buy. These properties range from land lots for under $20,000 to move-in ready homes $500,000 and more, along with everything in between. To see this week's list of properties for sale you can buy now, go to bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. That's bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. If you plan on selling some real estate and you need it on the weekly list, call 713-665-8329 to speak with someone about it.